Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the lungs and legs of the team.
It's a pretty loose pass. Knocks it into space. Great ball, and he's in here. Tries a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Now he's off and running. And here's Ramos. Well-timed, excellent interception. Now it's Ramos. Great defending, strong and determined. And Burmo. And here's Colomwani. Renato Sanchez. Paulinho! He's delivered all right! And we have liftoff! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Paulinho, spread it left. Francisco Conceição. Now it's João Felix. Musiala. Paulinho. And the counter is on. And here's Colomwani. Musiala. João Felix.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking to play him in. That's good play. Space for him to turn and look. Gonzalo Ramos! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's there to belt it away. New Mexico United leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. He's got away. And it's Musiala. He'll try from distance. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Musiala actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Renato Sanchez. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Paulinho. Now it's Colomwani.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Agbadou. And Renato Sanchez. Paulinho does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, good ball! Takes a shot! João Felix. Now it's Ramos. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Colomwani tries to play it through. Francisco Conceição. Conceição picks it up out wide. He's picked his way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Vitinha. And he's in on his had a shot!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Now it's Conceição. João Felix. And a chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Moreirense really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And he thumps it clear. Great vision. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Vitinha. That is a brilliant interception. Burmo. Gets a good foot in there. And it's Vitinha. And he shoots! They would have been quick to recover this. Musiala. Paulinho. João Felix. Musiala. Can he spark a counter here? Kolomuani. Musiala. He's shifting through the gears here. Aimed beyond the defence. And the shot! And that is doing no harm at all. João Felix receives it in a good position here. Paulinho. And Burmo. And he's cut it out.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Renato Sanchez. Now this could be a chance. Tries to pass it through.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Ramos. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Renato Sanchez, who's set up one goal so far. And nicely intercepted.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Paulinho. Renato Sanchez. Francisco Conceição. Conceição gets on his bike and on the move. And it's been shipped out wide. Stood up well to him there. Can he get on the end of this?
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Conceição. Renato Sanchez. Looking for the run. That has been cut short. Oh, it's a great ball here.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Now it's Renato Sanchez. João Felix. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's in a great position here. Renato Sanchez. Oh, good read. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. New Mexico United coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
New Mexico United just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. And so the action is resumed. New Mexico United leading courtesy of the game's only goal.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that was asking for too much. Ricardo Pereira. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Renato Sanchez. Not the most accurate pass. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Musiala, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vitinha, it's a promising position. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Now it's Paulinho. Paulinho. Chance, surely! Pass somewhat off target. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. New Mexico United are ahead here by what is still the only goal. And here's Colomwani. Oh, lovely. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
New Mexico United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And the shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Musiala. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pinches it off him. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Can he finish? Ndika with the clearance. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Threads one in. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And here's Ramos. Oh, that's fabulous. Great challenge, time to perfection. Corner number 2 then. That has been knocked clear. And that's another good win of the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's being shifted off it. Tries one from range! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
por ter uma substituição. O número 10.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Número 17.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Número 9.
This is wonderful front.
Chance! It's a goal! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Número 7.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Moreirense may be down, but not out just yet. Bomo. That has ended up in no man's land. Colomwani. Pedro Neto. And it's made its way to him. New Mexico United, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Bomo takes a shot. And that tested the keeper.
New Mexico really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Bomo. Bomo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He won't be happy with that one. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, Red, nice interception. Back to the keeper it goes. Oh, that's a key interception. Can he get it through? This looks promising. He is through. Big chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
New Mexico United have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Header! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Bertrand. Here's a real chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. It's their second corner of the game. That's an excellent interception. And now they can spring out of defence. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nachos Nunes. Bruma. And it's Semedo. Singo spots it and intercepts. Agbadou. Pressing high and with purpose. Holmes. That has not gone well. Real chance here. Drills one in. João Neves.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Just 5 minutes left. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Moreirense clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Applies the finish! Denied by an instinctive save.
Zaire Emery clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Chance here to counter. Pedro Neto. That's been cut out, well played. So what can they make of this? That is good progress on the left. Now that's well seen too. And the number on the board is 3. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now that looks a decent ball. Florentino Luis. And it's Nunez. And that's it. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.